Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. Man, I'm just having a lazy weekend. My lazy Saturday kind of rolled over into a lazy Sunday. I'm doing a few things. I'm not being totally unproductive, but I could definitely be doing more. But I don't know, I just felt like kind of powering down a little bit this weekend, just getting outside and enjoying things. But did have a video for you today. Today I've got a little bit of raw food diet advice, making better choices. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe now and come back and watch a few of my videos. Then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I get questions on Instagram. I get questions. People send me email, sometimes things in comments that lead me to believe like maybe that's the one and only video they've seen, or either I'm holding something back. Maybe I'm just sending out too simple of a message out there. No, it can't be that simple. Come on, give us the tricks, give us this, give us that. Because I sometimes get frantic people that'll reach out to me, and I'm almost like, whoa, I don't even know how to approach you because you're just like spinning, well, I can't do this, I can't do blah, 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 and I didn't go, oh, and I didn't eat raw. And then I have people that reach out to me, and I'm in that awkward moment. It's like, they're telling me all this stuff, and they're worried, and they're, oh my God, and this is going wrong, and I did this and I did that, and I'm like, damn, you're not doing very bad. You're crucifying a lot of the times too, it's simply they're crucifying themselves for eating something cooked or eating something that somebody out in the community told them that they shouldn't be eating if they want to be on that higher path to the enlightenment that is the raw food diet. And it's just as simple as can be. I don't know how many ways I can say it over and over and over and over. It's just about doing a little bit better. It's like, okay, if tomorrow, let's say you were going to walk, and people have done it before, not saying I want to do it, but let's say you had a 1,000-mile walk you were going to do. Maybe it was some charity, whatever, but you're going to walk 1,000 miles. The only way to do that walk is you take the first step. The next day you take another step, and you just continually, you put one step in front of the other, and you just keep doing it over and over and over and over. There's not going to be some new method of what, well, if I do this, what about this technique? No, you put one foot, you put left, then you put right, then you put left, then you put right. And I know I'm being a little simplistic here, but that's just basically what this lifestyle is. If you would just listen, doesn't matter. I've said over and over and over, no matter, how small the changes were, if every single day, if today you did a little bit better than you did yesterday, if tomorrow you do a little bit better than you did today, you're going in the right direction. Stop living in how this society kind of programs us to think like, oh, we need everything right now. Right now. We live in that immediate society like, I ate garbage for years and years, and I did this and that, but I want all the benefits of this lifestyle right now. And I want it to click for me right now. I want all those cravings to go away. And there's just so many people that are not being realistic and or practical in their approach to doing this. And once again, it's all about that fanaticism. It's the fanaticism of I've got to do, if I don't do it 100%, if I'm not fully raw, if I'm not whatever. A lot of people do this in a lot of different areas of their life. But if I'm not doing the absolute best version of it, I might as well just say screw it, and just go. And then that's what I think happens a lot. And I'm identifying that psychology because I used to be like that. I used to be like that when I was going to, when I ate the standard American diet. If I needed to lose weight, I used to be like that about drinking or with smoking. Okay, I'm going to stop smoking. All right. I hold off, I hold off, I hold off. I give in and I have a cigarette. Instead of just saying, okay, I had a cigarette, I shouldn't have done that, I don't know why I did that. My mentality would always be, okay, well, I'll start over tomorrow. Or even worse than that, especially if it was over in the week somewhere. Well, oh, now I've blown the week. I might as well just start over again on Monday. So, it was like instead of just stopping right then, and then my mentality was, okay, well, I'm going to stop on Monday. So that's going to be it for good. And I'd just smoke, I'd smoke as many as I could between whatever day it was and Monday. And I think people do that. I think they get so distraught with a lot of things sometimes. And I've actually seen it and I've heard people say it like they're holding on, they're holding on. I'm being fully raw, I'm being fully raw, I've been fully raw for 6 days. And then they eat a bite of cooked food. And instead of just processing that, they are like, okay, well, I've blown it now. So now let's eat this and let's eat this and let's eat this and let's eat this and let's get it out of our system. And then we'll get back on the right path, on the track, and we will not do it again. And it just becomes this vicious cycle over and over and over and over. Instead of this worrying about being perfect, just make healthier choices. I posted something today and I used that caption, which kind of got it in my head. It was about making healthier choices. I showed something cooked that I ate last week. I had a steamed head of cauliflower, and I had a bowl prepared, and I had a big bowl of cauliflower with a little bit of salsa in there, a little bit of guacamole in there. Not a fully raw thing. Sometimes there's still people on Instagram, oh my God, he's not eating raw. He's not fully raw anymore. And I'm like, never was. But my point was being like, like this is a perfectly clean meal right here. There's a lot of people that are just going to start tearing that one apart. Like, oh yes, but it's cooked and you've gone above the holy temperature of whatever it is, 118 or 108 or something. And it's just like they're just missing the point. And once again, I always have to reiterate here, if you're doing fully raw and if it works for you and if you're in an area where you can do it, keep on doing it. I'm not one of the ones that's telling you like, yeah, the fully raw thing is bad. I just think people are not being very realistic. They're not realistic and they're insane. They're insane. The reason I say they're insane is you've heard that one before, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's insanity. And I see the process over and over and over. Listen, I'm trying to always kind of have my mind be artificial intelligence, always adapting, always adapting, always adapting. I try to shed things. I mean, I'm not saying you do something one time and all of a sudden and you proclaim, okay, this doesn't work, but I'm always, adjusting, and I'm aware of those things. And if I'm doing something over and over and over that just has that same result, I'm like, well, we need to figure out a better way to do it. And whether you want to be 100% raw, whether you don't, or whatever it is you're going for, you're not going to just like pout your way. Well, I just want it to be. I want to be there. You've got to work through the steps. And for some people, I feel for those people. Some people, this lifestyle is more difficult than others. I mean, I'm not going to go through the myriad of reasons and excuses and whatever. And sometimes you say excuses, everything's an excuse. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Sometimes people hate that word excuses, but reality is reality. It is what it is. So I wish people would have more of an approach of taking a step back and just deciding, hey, I'm making healthier choices. And at least you can still be striving towards being fully raw. But when you eat something cooked or when you eat something that's not exactly what you have planned, and it's so far ahead of what you used to do. I mean, there's people, think about this for a lot of you out there. You ate the standard American diet for how many years? Some of you maybe are new to this because you're still trying to get there. Probably 2 years ago, within the last 2 or 3 years, you ate fried chicken, you ate something from McDonald's, you ate just some really, really abysmal food. So, think, kind of just like look at your progress. So now you ate some potatoes with a healthy topping on it. Okay, you're not fully raw, but do you know how many light years you've come past eating the stuff that you were eating on a standard American diet? Like I say, it just should be a progression of priorities first. Okay, vegan first, for the animals, for the planet, everything else. But even as we're talking about the health aspects of it, like I say, okay, go vegan first. Just get all the plant stuff. Get all the animal products out of your life, out of your diet. Then step towards a whole food plant-based diet. Then reduce, as you're getting more whole foods in, cut the processed. Cut the salt, cut the oil, and just work forward, but stop taking this all or nothing approach. Look at these and celebrate these smaller victories. When you're eating something that is Look, when you're eating, let's cut to the bottom line. When you're eating a whole food plant-based diet that is salt, oil, and processed sugar, added sugar free, you are so far ahead of the game. And you, as far as like disease goes, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, whatever, you've pretty much, you've got those covered. Now you can go a little bit further with the raw, and yeah, I do feel great the higher raw I eat, but it's, like I say, it's not here to debate whether you should be fully raw or whether you shouldn't be fully raw. It's just not putting these unrealistic expectations on yourself, and also just not being overly critical of yourself when you're doing something healthy for your body anyway. So anyhow, just to kind of finish this one up, wrap it up, if you are struggling on this lifestyle, if you are new to this lifestyle, look at it as this long road that you're on. I mean, hopefully this is a lifestyle. That we just said it, it's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's not something you're going to do for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever, until you lose the weight or get these certain results, and then you're going to go back to it. This is a healthy way of eating. This is a healthy way of living. It's a lifestyle. So anytime you're going down that road, that imaginary road of health, and you're doing better, if you can, even I'm not necessarily, I'm not being fanatic about, okay, you have to improve every single day, but if you can sit down each month and you can look back and you can see progress you've made, even if it's small, even if you've cut a few things out, maybe you've cut a few ingredients that don't serve you anymore. Or, maybe you've gotten rid of that one food. Maybe that's all that happens one month. Maybe you've got one trouble food, one thing that's always bothered you. Maybe you stop eating that. Maybe instead of shooting for this all or nothing, you start making some allowances. You start having sort of a plan like, okay, well, if I do end up eating cooked, or if I eat this or that, whatever's not on your menu that you don't want to be on there, how can I at least like top it? Okay, say you're eating potatoes. Well, you don't want to decide, well, okay, I'm eating potatoes anyway, I'm going to pour olive oil all over them, or I'm going to do this or that. It's about making those healthier choices. You can use salsa on top of that potato. There's no fat in salsa. You can make salsa without oil. You can make it without salt. I do sometimes put just a tad of Himalayan salt in there, but you get what I'm talking about. So let's work on making better, making healthier choices, and it'll be good for our mental health and our sanity as well, and stop with this all or nothing approach. All or nothing in general for most things, I'll never say all, but for most things, that's just one of the worst approaches to take in life. So lighten up, be a little easier on yourself, and yeah, no, what you see is what you get with me. What I talk about in the videos, I'm not holding something back to write my big book one day and all of a sudden you're going to go, wow, he had all these things. No, I eat fruits and vegetables. And half the time I feel kind of like the village idiot. Somebody will write me a long, long message, oh, and this and that, and like, well, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? That's a phrase right there. I usually know, uh-oh, they're going to be getting complicated, and I'm just like, I eat fruits and vegetables. I don't really get into all that complicated stuff, and that's as basic as it gets for me. I eat fruits and vegetables. I eat a whole food, plant-based diet. There you go. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you all have a great week. Peace.